You can't separate the principles of equity and environmental justice from conservation and restoration work.
A lot of people ask what JEDI is: justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion.
We're all indigenous people. We've lived here forever. We've lost that connection to who we are.
I need you to humble your heart and understand you don't know it all. But if you're willing to listen and learn and be still, you can garner the understanding.
I was hired through an initiative that recruited Asian Americans into the agency. And that was a challenge, and I had to walk into my professional career knowing that because of the way I looked, that people would treat me differently.
I think sometimes diversity, equity, and inclusion has been framed as a journey, but what we're really trying to do is we're trying to frame it in terms of practices. How do we practice diversity, equity, and inclusion in everything we do?
All the offices that I started with in the agency as a civil engineer, whether it was a student or whether it was a professional, I was the first woman. So that was challenging. The Forest Service has my heart. I love the mission, and I love the people that are passionate about the mission of the agency.
I think we almost need to set aside the hierarchy of should it come from the top down or the bottom up. I don't necessarily think that's the most operative question. I think the question is, how do we check our titles at the door and think about the problem, but more importantly, the solution, the opportunity, holistically?
I wouldn't still be in civil rights if I didn't believe that there's hope and faith. It's tough. It's incredibly difficult. And some people that come in, they want it to be done fast. But I've been in this for a long time, and I'm still here, and it's because I have that passion.
We owe it to the American public to create that place where we can meet them where they're at. If we can make our stories personal, our lived stories, our lived experiences personal, and they can relate to us, the American public is more likely to want to recreate, want to come visit, want to experience the national forest.
The conviction that I should care, the conviction that this is not just important, but this is critical. And I'm a firm believer that that primarily happens through vulnerable and courageous human relationships.